Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we are doing a memory keeping video for March 18th through the 24th. I am using the Happy Planner book called Glam Girl. And yes, I forgot what it was called, and it had just been right in front of my face. So, first thing I am doing is the setup of course, the base, and I do apologize. I just shifted in my chair, and you probably heard that. I also have a cup of water with me, so you may hear that every once in a while. And it's currently thundering outside, and the rain just started. So if you hear any of that, I do apologize. Life happens, and nature is certainly happening right now. So, but yeah, I'm setting up the base. I did speed this up quite a bit, just because it does take me a little while to get everything down. I had picked out my full boxes, and that was about it. So I actually stopped recording in the middle of this and put down like certain boxes, pulled other boxes, stuff like that. So and that right there is a washi that I got from Hobby Lobby years ago, because like this sticker book, it is something I had probably in 2019 when I first started doing my planning stuff. But anyways, you do see me go through this book, and I grabbed these. I wanted like a washi like thing, but I also was kind of all over. So what I did was I used these scalloped stickers to act as kind of a washi. So yeah. And gosh, it is really coming down out there. So I'm gonna look over this. It doesn't look like this was a very eventful week. Oh yes, there was actually. You will see on Saturday. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell this story before I get into my day by day. And I might actually end up getting into the day by day on the screen. But so we owned some property that had a trailer house on it. There was a lady living there. My grandpa let her live there, and it was actually in like his succession documents and stuff like that she could live there for as long as she lived. But she was getting sick, and so her son actually moved her out. Well, they hadn't quite moved out their stuff, and my mom had actually, after my dad passed, the property had become hers, so that included the trailer house as well. So my mom told him, she was like, look, if she's no longer living here, she's, still more than welcome to live there. We're honoring my papa's wishes for her to live there. But if she's not going to live there anymore, can you please move her stuff out, so that we can eventually sell the property. And it had been 2 or 3 months of my mom asking them. Well, and the lady's son, he worked off and stuff like that. So when he came in, they were moving stuff out. Well, that particular night, it was actually Friday night. So Friday night into Saturday morning, the trailer caught fire. Now, I'm not going to say what I think happened. or implicate anything because it could have just been a freak accident. But um, the trailer did burn, and I mean, it was investigated. Nobody was found at fault, so there was that. But they also didn't like find a cause either. But whatever it was, you know, it burned. But they had gotten most of her stuff out. Um, so yeah, that happened. But I woke up that day because I do remember this day. I woke up Saturday morning, and um, my mom said, "Hey, did you know that the trailer was on fire last night?" I said, "No." Because, so, without giving too much away, how our property is set up, there's our house and then a um, house kind of beside us. And then this trailer was like further down um, on the corner. And so, yeah, the trailer burned. And that was that. We were not notified. My mom turns her phone off at night, so people were trying to call her. They didn't have my number. Um, but yeah, fire department came out. Everything was taken care of. Um, and then there was an investigation. So, um, that's the story of the trailer burning, and that was the eventful thing of the week. Now, into the day by day. I realize we have gone way past the day by day, but I still have to put down deco and icons and stuff like that. So, here we go. Um, on the 18th, Monday, we found out that my nephew had strep. I had Subway for lunch, and then I got gas after um, after work that day. And I'm gonna take a quick sip of my water here. I'm sorry. I don't know if it picked that up. That was a very rumbly thunder happening. And then on Tuesday, my nephew still had a fever, and I was very, very sleepy at work. My carpal tunnel was acting up, so of course I had to take me some medicine. And then my mom made, she cooked pork loin for dinner. I think this is probably around the time that we realized that my nephew really, really likes pork loin. So, but on Wednesday, my wrist was still hurting. Usually, when my carpal tunnel starts acting up, it stays that way for quite some time, and it's very painful. But I usually sleep with a wrist brace on, and then sometimes both wrists are hurting, and yeah. But at 37, I have carpal tunnel, and that's just from years and years of handwriting notes in class and playing on a computer and playing video games and typing and all of that. So, but yeah, I had peanut butter and jelly for lunch, and then Matthew had to stay home again because he was still sick. And then on Thursday, I wrote that it was kind of a weird day. Do I remember why it was weird? No, I didn't make that many notes about it, but it was a weird day apparently. Uh, and I was getting sick of my wrist because it was still hurting. And then my mom came and had lunch with me, and that was also the day of the Halo season finale, and I think the series finale. Yeah, because it hasn't. Yeah, it only lasted 2 seasons. It was a very good show though. And then so Friday. Sorry, I got distracted. Uh, Friday. Got distracted again. I put down a coffee sticker, and I just put that I needed more of that because I did need more coffee. Because when my wrist is hurting, sometimes I stay up because it just hurts and it stays hurting, and it doesn't not hurt. It hurts all the time. Um, and I put, why is it hurting worse? It was a rainy day, so that's probably why it was hurting worse. And then I had me some me time after work, and yeah. So on Saturday, I marked that the trailer had burned. And then my mom and I went to the dollar store and to Walmart We had McDonald's for dinner. We I changed my sheets, and then we watched the first Avengers movie. This was my mom's education into Marvel. So there's that. And then on Sunday we had Wendy's for lunch, and I played Jedi Survivor, which is a very good game, very good story. Um, if you are like interested in the Star Wars universe and you have not like played any of the video games or anything like that, definitely do, because they have some of the best like storylines to video games. The Jedi series, very good. Cal Kestis is amazing. Love him. Um, there are some older games that now I am blanking the name on. Hold on 1 second. And it will literally be a second for you, so just hold on. That was very embarrassing. It's Force Unleashed. There's two games. Two or three? Two or three. Very good games. I think they have been taken out of canon, so whatever. But still very good games. Very good storylines. I played the schnot out of those when they came out. Same with the Jedi games, and also in like, you know, is it Fallen Order? I think it's Fallen Order and Survivor. You can like customize your lightsaber, and so I made my lightsaber look like the lightsaber that I made in Disneyland when I went. So that was really cool, and yeah, and it copies. I want to say they do copy over from the first game to the second game. But anyways, but yeah, as you are watching this, actually, where's my phone? I want to check something. This should just be normal. So as you're watching this, let's see. Yes, so it is May 22nd, and my the last memory keeping video I have scheduled has gone up. That was the Cinderella one. So last week's video, Cinderella. But as I'm recording this, I still have not seen The Mandalorian and Grogu because it came out today. I am going tomorrow to go see it with my mom. So there's that. And yeah, I've talked extensively about how this is like her first Star Wars movie. So we're not gonna discuss that again. But yeah, very excited about that. And I also just realized that I know this is the month of March, but like it is Friday the 22nd, and as I'm recording this, and yeah, there is a Friday the 22nd, you know, in this memory keeping video. Not that that actually means anything, but you know, it is what it is. So, what's going on the screen? I am putting down icons and stuff. Yeah, so there's that. I'm really glad I found a use for this book because it was a book that I had bought because at the time I was really into doing makeup, and you know, I thought, oh, it's got all of these, like it's got vanities and makeup brushes and all of this really pretty like girly stuff, and I'm going to use it in my planner, and I never used it. So I'm really glad that I made the decision to just use it. What I did though is I sat down and I went through all of my like happy planner sticker books and stuff like that, and I was like, okay, let's plan these out. So I do have all of my weeks in this particular planner planned out like I do in my Rosy Life planner. So I know what's coming, so I can know what I'm going to, film and all that. So, but yeah, and then the next one will be March 25th through the 31st. Yes, because it's going to be Easter. So yeah, that will be the next one that I, uh, you know, that will be next week's video. So, and I must say, I am really happy with how that one turned out too. But sorry about that. My nose is trying to run all of a sudden. But yeah, obviously you can't see the bottom of this page yet, but you can see the little kiki thing for my little flower trash can that I use when I have scraps and stuff. But yeah, so we are getting dangerously close to the end of this video. I'm finding something to go in that blank spot right there. And yeah, so I'm going to give it just a few more seconds. And I put down the little kissy lips. And I'm going to say, have a good day. Have a good week. Stay safe out there. And I will see you in the next one, guys.